Well, this field's been planted. It looks like it was no-tilled, so I don't know what my luck will be here. I'm gonna take a look at things. It did rain a little last night, probably not enough to really do much here, but can't let it go. Gotta look at it. If you see this video, it means I actually found something, which would be very cool. But I might have to wait. We're supposed to get thunderstorms tonight, and maybe I'll come back. But here it is, first morning on one of my good fields where it's actually planted, and it's gonna start growing now here in about probably 10 days. Well, we might have the first find of the day, or this could be just a good faker. Let's see what we got here. I mean, it looks, oh yeah, that is a complete Lamoka point. Look at that. Well, that was pretty cool. I've never been on this field yet and got skunked, so glad to see that show up. This the ground is no-tilled. I mean, they just knifed in the seeds and dissed it, and that's about it. So it didn't get really turned over, but hey, at least it turned it enough to get this. I'll be back if I find more. Well, this is working out way better than I thought it was gonna. I didn't take 10 steps and I see this right here, and that's another perfect one. And boy, talk about slender. Look at this little guy. Is that cool? I absolutely love finding these things. This field is famous for this type of point, and that's 2 now. And like I said, I didn't even walk 10 steps. I should have kept the camera running, but you know how that goes. You can probably run it all day and never find another point. But I seem to be in a good spot, so I'll have to keep my eyes really peeled to the ground and go slow. I'm pretty sure this is a faker, but I thought I'd just stop. I wanted to show you I'd found a couple other pieces. I guess this is a tool. Looks like a little adze broken, and I think this is a mid section of a point. Take a look and see what this thing is here. I think it's probably just a flake. I was hoping it was going to be a thumb scraper, but it's not convincing me that it is. Boy, I'm going to throw that in my pocket and look at it when I get home. I think that could be possibly something. It's hard to say. But I'm still looking here. I'll tell you, this corn stubble is tough. Everything in the corn stubble poking out of the ground looks like points. I'm sure you guys have experienced it, but hey, I'm just happy to be here. So keep hunting on. Well, there's a lot of flakes in this area, and here's another maybe. I'm going to pull this out and see what we got. It looks like it's worked pretty good. I don't know. I think that's just a... Well, again, I'll take that home and look it over closely. I can just put it in a chip pile if it's nothing more than a flake. But I hate to leave anything behind. A lot of chips in this area, so I might be onto something here. Well, I'm back in that meadowwoods part of the field, and sure enough, every time I come into this area, I find a piece of one. There's a meadowwood base. How thin these guys got these. Got a little damage here, but you kind of get the picture of what they did. Real shallow side notch on the base, and real thin, long blades. These guys were masters. Best nappers other than the Clovis. So I'll keep my eyes peeled. Maybe I can get a whole one here someday. It's been quite a while since I found anything, but I'm kind of getting into one of the better areas of this field. And I spotted this here, and I'm sure it's either broken or whatever, but I do think it's something that they had worked. Boy, it sure looked good, didn't it? No, that's another faker. I think it's just a nicely chipped out scraper, whatever. But getting desperate, I guess. I think there's more to be found. I'll be back if I find any. I'm pretty positive this is a point. I just don't know if it's all there. So let's do the slow unveil. Hey, so far so good. You can see that tip's been definitely worked. I got a bad feeling. Yep, it's just the remains of what once was. But hey, I'll take it. It's pretty cool. Beautifully worked tip. And maybe there'll be more here. This area is starting to show a little more promise. But I'll take it. Well, finally, it looks like I got number 3 hole point. I see this chip over here, and I didn't know if that was anything, but it might be part of a tool. Hard to say. But this is definitely a point. Oh, it's really nice. These little tiny Lamoka points, they just survive all the tractors running over them and everything because they're so tiny. But it's not a bad piece. Definitely take it. Yeah, I'm just about done. I got maybe 10, 12 more passes here, and physically I've just about had it. It's getting warm here. We're not used to it. I had a sweatshirt on, an undershirt, another shirt, and I think it's 70 out, so I'm ready to shed some clothes. But there's another one. Might be my last one, but if it is, I just want to thank everybody for watching. I'll just do a really brief cleanup when I'm done. I barely saw this piece of flint sticking out, and I juked it, and to my surprise, it wasn't just any ordinary piece of flint. It was a nice little dart point. Look at these little things. Again, that's perfect. It's got a pretty good tip on it too. I mean, that's for being in this field and being run over thousands of times by tractors, and it's amazing how well that tip held up. But this is sandy right in this area here, so it probably just pushes them right back down in the ground. But that's 4 for the day. I'm pretty happy. This is not the best looking conditions. Really needs to be plowed, and it really needed a lot of rain, but I'll take what I can get. Well, I pretty well looked over the field, or at least so I thought. I was on my way out, and I thought, well, I'll just go 1 row over from where I found those first 2 on the way in. And that strategy paid off big time. Hard for me to see this in the... but I'm going to grab it. Looks like a pretty nice point. Laying right up there. Just got curled up when they come through and drilled the corn in. That's a nice one. Look at that. Well, I'll take those all day. It's a dandy. This is the biggest one I found, I think. And once again, the tip is in perfect condition. But I not only found that, found a pitted stone, bi-pitted there, and I found a pestle. So this has been a good hunt, and I can only imagine what it would have been if this had some real rain on it. It only had like 1/10 of an inch. So I'll definitely be back. And so far, I really haven't seen footprints. I did see 1 set of tracks, but I think it might have been a turkey hunter. So I'll tell you what, this is looking good for just no-tilled planting. I'm just going to walk my way up through here and head out. I'm about had it. I'm tired. Okay, here's a quick wrap-up of what I found. I was out there about 3.5, 4 hours and walked all the field that I could. And this is what I got for points. Really aren't too bad. All Lamoka. Here's some of the broken ones. And here's a Class A faker. Look at this. It's just a flake. That thing had me going. And a couple other odds and ends right there. Then I found, of course, the two pitted stones. But something really cool is this. I found this pestle. And last year, I found this pestle right in the same area. I brought that home, and I matched it right up perfectly. So I got both halves of that pestle. Because to show how big that thing was. I'll probably try to glue it back together, but it's all in pretty good shape and really goes nicely back together. And I told SnyderPointMan that I would show him what his turkey tail might have looked like if it was all there. This is one I made out of Carter Cave. This is super thin like his is. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece of stone. I love Carter Cave. And yeah, Tim, that might have been yours, buddy, right there. It wasn't broke. Pretty material in this one. Again, really, really thin. And that's how they were. So, anyway, that's a look at what I did today. I wasn't planning on looking for arrowheads, but I ended up doing it because I was driving by the field and I knew that there was some rain, and I thought, well, what the heck, why don't I just go check it out and see if there is anything, and I'm glad I did. So thanks for going along with me, and always thanks for watching.